Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm delighted to welcome you today to day one of our Vaisakhi countdown. Every day over the next 2 weeks, different members of the SikhRI family will be sharing their thoughts, perspective, and inspirations on Vaisakhi. I have the honor and privilege of being the first to share some thoughts. Let me begin with a little bit of nostalgia before I reflect on the revolutionary creation of the Khalsa by Guru Gobind Singh. Like many of you, I will be celebrating Vaisakhi differently again this year because of the pandemic. It will be a quieter celebration with my immediate family in person and my virtual Sangat online. This is in stark comparison to before the pandemic, where for more than 30 years, my family has made a point to visit Gurdwaras and attend Nagar Kirtans across the country, wherever we happen to be. It has been during these collective celebrations that the vibrancy of Vaisakhi comes alive in the sights, sounds, colors, traditions, prayers, music, and food. Always so much food. Over the years, I admit that I've been a bit too fast and a little too sharp, perhaps, with my criticisms of the excesses seen during these festivities. However, I now long to be in the presence of my fellow Sangat, walk through my city as part of a massive procession, and perhaps also indulge in some oily chole bhaturas. I've also often remarked that these collective celebrations somehow distract us from connecting with the true importance of Vaisakhi. But every year, there's one sight that immediately transports me to Anandpur Sahib in 1699. Nothing matches the flash of emotion and reverence I experience when I see the Panj Piare, identically dressed in their matching bana and unleashed kirpans, leading the Panthik procession under the auspices of the Guru Granth Sahib. Often I might recognize the personalities that these individuals embody on a day-to-day basis. Sevadars from the local Sangat, and even sometimes my own family members. However, on this day, they rise from ordinary individuals to be extraordinary manifestations of the Guru Khalsa Panth. From the looks in their eyes to the regal way in which they carry themselves, they seem to rise to a different plane of spiritual existence. The sweet Simran on their lips and the cold steel in their hands personifies the Miri Piri and Sant Sapai character of the Khalsa. The raw power of their presence never escapes me. It fills me with awe and reverence. These Panj hold the power to give life, take life, and sacrifice their own life in accordance to the Guru's will. They represent the point of total convergence between divinity and sovereignty, where no worldly power can break their bond of aligning every intention, thought, or action to echoing God. To me, these Panj are real-life superheroes, not gifted with fictional mutant abilities or aided by Hollywood special effects, but electrified by their intimate relationship with the Guru. In the moments where I see these five beloveds in pure love, I realize the true magic of Sikhi. The connection to the Guru is a superpower that is actually accessible to all of us, and it has the ability to utterly transform our inner and outer realities. As Principal Teja Singh wrote in an outline of Sikh doctrines, this transformation comes not only through close association with the Guru, which is found in many other religions, but through the belief that the Sikh incorporates the Guru. He fills himself with the Guru and then feels himself linked up with an inexhaustible source of power. A Sikh, a pure-hearted Sikh, who follows the teachings of the Guru, is a great power in himself. But when such a Sikh gets into himself the dynamic personality of such a perfect exemplar as Guru Gobind Singh, his powers acquire an infinite reach and he becomes a Superman. This is what Guru Gobind Singh unveiled at Vaisakhi 1699, a simultaneous act of ultimate submission and ultimate freedom. In order to teach us how to live, he first taught us how to die. To be free in all realms of our existence, he taught us to submit only to the one eternal reality of echoing God. By shedding the inherited small identities that have held us all back, he merged us into the collective vastness of the Khalsa, filling each of us with infinite potential and giving us the tools to realize our destinies. Writing about the experience of being initiated into the Khalsa, Sardar Kulvir Singh wrote in Pada Sara Prashna on the Vaisakhi of Guru Gobind Singh, "Today you take a new birth in the house of the Guru. You have become a member of the order of the Khalsa. Guru Gobind Singh is the father and Holy Sahib Kaur is the mother. Your blessed birthplace is Sri Keshgarh Sahib, the fort of uncut hair, and you are a citizen of Anandpur Sahib, the town of bliss that is beyond words. Your previous race, name, genealogy, country, religion, customs, beliefs, your subconscious memories, and your prenatal endowments, your personality traits, they've all today been burnt up and annihilated. Believe it to be so, without a doubt and with the whole of your heart. You've become the Khalsa, a sovereign individual today, owing allegiance to no earthly person or power. One Almighty God, the timeless, is your only sovereign, to whom you owe allegiance, and it alone is entitled to your devotion and worship. These ideals of the Khalsa are what I see in the Panj Piare every Vaisakhi, and they leave me humbled, blessed, and inspired. As an apathetic and confused teenager growing up in Calgary, Alberta, I somehow ended up at a summer Gurmat camp at my local Gurdwara almost 30 years ago, and it was the luckiest day of my life. Without much thought or foresight, I received Khande Di Paul. A simple yes to the nudging of a camp organizer transformed the trajectory of my life. Experiencing the Amrit job was a surreal out-of-body experience. Witnessing the pure love, strength, and devotion of the Panj as they prepared and shared the Amrit, with the Sangat as the embodiment of the Gurus. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced. That simple but profound choice ended up saving me from many of the seemingly inevitable mistakes of youth, but more importantly, it instilled in me a higher purpose and aspirations beyond educational achievement, financial success, and material comforts. I belonged to something bigger than myself, and I had a larger duty to fulfill. Decades later, that promise to Guru is something that I try to reflect on whenever I come to a fork in the road and whenever I see the Panj Piare in all their glory. So this Vaisakhi, I urge you to reconnect in your own way with the Guru Granth and the Guru Khalsa Panth. Reflect on your relationship with the Guru, how you've been blessed by the Guru's grace, and where you can direct your intentions and efforts to fall deeper in love with Sikhi. Along your journey, we hope you find that the Sikh Research Institute can also help illuminate your path. Vaisakhi diyan lakh lakh vadaiyan. Vaiguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaiguru ji ki Fateh.